And there's now 10 minutes to the start of the ladies' mass start race. Again, 10 minutes to the start. All ladies competitors should be out at center ice at this time. Thank you. And we're now just 5 minutes away from the start of the ladies' mass start here at the Fall World Cup Qualifier. 5 minutes to the start. And ladies and gentlemen, ready to call the start now. The skaters in our ladies' mass start for the Fall World Cup Qualifier. In this event, we'll have skater number 301, Heather Bergsma. Skater number 302, Mia Manganello. Skater 303, Erin Bartlett. Number 304, Nancy Swiderpelt. 305, Brianna Kramer. 306, Rebecca Simmons. Skater 307, Maria Lamb. Skater 308, Corinne Stoddard. And the race is underway. First lap is a neutral lap. So skater into the line. They aren't supposed to accelerate to change positions. Mass start is a 16-lap qualifier. World Cup qualifier for the Fall World Cup is the combined points between this mass start and the one coming up this weekend. Down the front straightaway, the gun sounds. Racing begins in earnest here. Skaters can pass with 15 laps remaining. Skaters come past with 14 laps remaining. It's Simmons on the front, Kramer, Bergsma. Skaters come down the front straightaway. They hear the bell ring, indicating the start of the first of the 3 intermediate sprint laps. Bergsma at the front, Kramer, Lamb, Simmons, Stoddard, Bartlett, Manganello, and Swider-Peltz. Here comes the finish of the first of the intermediate sprint laps. First line is Bergsma, Bartlett, and Manganello, 1, 2, and 3 through the first of the intermediate sprints. Took place with 12 laps remaining. Pace eases up as the skaters back down the back straightaway, all together as a group here. Skaters come past with 11 laps to go. All 8 skaters still together as they come past with 10 laps remaining. Bartlett, Manganello, Bergsma, Kramer, Swider-Peltz, Simmons, Lamb, and Stoddard. Pace starting to pick up as the skaters come back onto the front. They'll hear the bell ring indicating the start of the second of our 3 intermediate sprint laps. Taking the flyer off the front is Mia Manganello. So the Bergsma leading the chase along with Bartlett, Kramer, Swider-Peltz, Simmons, Lamb, and Stoddard. It will be Manganello staying off the front, taking the points. First across the line here in the second of intermediate sprints. Manganello followed by Bartlett and Bergsma. And the pace having to ease off, group all back together. Skaters come back onto the front straightaway. They'll come past with 7 laps remaining. The final intermediate sprint coming up in just a couple laps. The bell will ring when there are 5 laps remaining. Points to the top 3 skaters across the line for each of the 3 intermediate sprints, along with the big points for the top 3 skaters across the line at the finish. Fall World Cup selection for the mass start will be based on the combined overall points between this mass start and the one coming up this weekend. It's now 6 laps to go here in the ladies' mass start. Simmons in the lead, followed by Stoddard. Our lead 2 skaters off the front, Simmons and Stoddard. It's Manganello leading the chase. Looks up like the escape, giving up their attempt as the skaters head into the south turn at the end of the oval. Once again, group back together. Skaters on the front straightaway. And they'll hear the bell ring, indicating the start of our final intermediate sprint. Leading skaters come around the turn onto the front straightaway. Again, points to the top 3 across the line. Here as they come past with 4 laps to go. Looks like it's Swiderpelt's first line, followed by Stoddard and Simmons. Again, easing off the pace as they head on to the back straightaway. Chase group, though, continues on hard. Keeping the pace up as they come around the turn at the south end of the oval, back onto the front straightaway once again. Two skaters off the front. It is Bergsma and Manganello. Bartlett chasing them down. And our remaining group of 5 skaters here. The big points, of course, coming at the end of this mass start. Race. Lead group of 3 back onto the front straightaway. Coming past with 2 laps remaining. It's Manganello, Bergsma, and Bartlett, 1, 2, and 3. Maria Lamb leading the chasing group of skaters. The lead group of 3 coming past. 1 lap remains. Manganello, Bergsma, and Bartlett. Lamb chasing ahead of Swiderpelt's Stoddard and Simmons. Lead group of 3 skaters, Manganello, Bergsma, and Bartlett setting up the final turn, coming around onto the finishing straight. And at the line, it will be Heather Bergsma crossing first, Mia Manganello second, Erin Bartlett into third. Lamb and Stoddard, Simmons, Swiderpelt's. Finishing up here in the Coming up next will be the men's mass start. The start time is 5:50. 5:50 start time for the men's mass start. 10 minutes to the start. And we're now just 5 minutes away from the start of the men's mass start here at the Fall World Cup Qualifier. As with the ladies, this will be a 16-lap race. First lap, a neutral lap. 3 intermediate sprints. The bell will ring to start the lap with 13, 9, and 5 laps to go, with the times being taken with 12, 8, and 4 laps. Intermediate sprint points to the top 3 skaters each time across the line, as well as the big points going to the skaters 1, 2, and 3 at the final finish after the 16 laps here in the men's mass start. And being called to start now are the skaters in the men's mass start here at the Fall World Cup Qualifier. Start with skater number 401, Joey Mantilla. Skater number 402, Brian Hansen. Skater 403, Jeffrey Sweaterpelts. Skater 404, Edwin Park. Number 405, Justin Stelly. Skater 406, Casey Boudier. Skater 407, Trevor Masacano. Number 408, Ian Quinn. Number 409, Casey Dawson. Number 410, Christian Gawick. Skater 411, Chase Reichman. Skater 412, Cooper McLeod. Skater 413, Tyler Kane. And skater 414, Arthur Chung. And the men's mass start is underway. Again, the first lap is a neutral lap. Neutral lap, the first of the 16 laps here for the men's mass start. And the pack back on to their front straightaway. Gun sounds once again, racing begin in earnest here in the men's mass start for the Fall World Cup qualifier. The World Cup selection based on the combined total points from this mass start, the one being skated later this weekend. Have an early flyer off the front as Chase Reichman being chased by the entire remaining pack of 13 skaters. It was Joey Mantilla leading the chase as they came past. Still Reichman off the front as the bell rings, indicating the start of the first of our 3 intermediate sprint laps. Reichman off the front. Chung, Dawson, Hansen, Swider Peltz leading the chasing pack down the back straightaway. Reichman coming around the turn back onto their front straightaway, trying to hold on to collect the points here at the first of our 3 intermediate sprints. And it will be Chase Reichman across first. Looks like Brian Hansen and Arthur Chung taking the second and third spots. Off the front now is Estelli. The moderately chasing group being led by Arthur Chung. And the bell rings. The second of our intermediate sprint laps now underway. It's Justin Stelly who opened up the gap, being chased by Edwin Park, Joey Mantilla, Brian Hansen, Jeffrey Swider-Peltz. It will be Stelly coming across, taking the top points here at the intermediate sprint. Looks like Brian Hansen second, Jeffrey Swider-Peltz third. Group once again back all together as they come down the front straightaway with 7 laps remaining. Six laps remain. It's Arthur Chung, just a slight gap off the front. Mantia, Quinn, Dawson, Marsicano. Looks like the pack all coming back together as they head down the back straightaway. And the bell rings. So we headed to the last of our 3 intermediate sprint laps. Looks like Chase Reichman again trying to get off the front along with Edwin Park. This time the pack trying to keep everything together. As they come back onto the front straightaway heading for the sprint points. Looks like it is Joey Bentia, Brian Hansen, Ian Quinn unofficially 1, 2, and 3 at the last of our 3 intermediate sprints. Now just 3 laps remaining here in the men's mass start. A lead group of 12 skaters, 2 skaters off the back. So Reichman once again trying to take the flyer off the front as the skaters come past with 2 laps to go. Reichman at the front. Chase group being led by Cooper McLeod. And Reichman being caught as the skaters come back on to the front straightaway. Pace stays high as skaters come past. Hear the bell ring as they head into the final lap here in the men's mass start. Was Hansen, Boudier, Swider, Peltz 1, 2, and 3 as they headed into that final lap. Mantia, Quinn, and Marsicano. And the leaders back on to the finishing straightaway, the dash to the line. It does look like Joey Mantia across first, Ian Quinn, then Casey Boudier. Brian Hansen, Jeffrey Swider, Peltz, Justin Stelly, Trevor Marsicano, Casey Dawson. And at the finish, it was Joey Mantia across the line first, followed by Ian Quinn and Casey Boudier. And officially here in the men's mass start for the Fall World Cup qualifier. That does conclude our racing here for the day at the Fall World Cup qualifier. Racing resumes a Friday morning right here at the Utah Olympic Oval.